Imagine a scenario where someone struggling with a serious mental illness commits a non-violent offense. Our traditional justice system often funnels them into jails and prisons, where their mental health conditions often worsen and the cycle of crime continues. But what if there was another way, a path that prioritized healing, recovery, and a return to a fulfilling life rather than just punishment? Today, we're going to explore a fascinating and incredibly important intersection of psychology and justice, mental health courts, and the vital role that rehabilitation psychology plays within them. These courts represent a significant shift in how we approach individuals with mental illness who come into contact with the law, moving from a purely punitive model to one focused on therapeutic outcomes. It's about problem-solving justice, built on the principles of restoring dignity and supporting genuine recovery. At its heart, rehabilitation psychology is about helping individuals with disabilities or chronic conditions, including mental health conditions, maximize their health, independence, and ability to participate fully in life. It's about understanding the whole person, their unique perspective, and how their environment impacts their journey. And in mental health courts, these principles truly come to life. So what exactly are mental health courts, or MHCs? They are specialized courts designed to divert individuals with mental illnesses, typically those facing nonviolent charges, away from traditional incarceration and into supervised treatment programs. Think of them as a bridge from the criminal justice system to the mental health care system, all under the watchful eye of the court. The goals of these courts are multifaceted and deeply impactful. They aim to reduce repeat offenses, enhance public safety by addressing root causes, and significantly improve the quality of life for participants. On a larger scale, they also work to alleviate the burden on overcrowded correctional facilities and utilize our public resources more efficiently. It's a win-win when it works well. Central to the MHC approach is the concept of psychiatric rehabilitation, a comprehensive, person-centered process that supports recovery and improves overall well-being. This aligns perfectly with rehabilitation psychology, which emphasizes understanding a person's self-perception, their unique insider experiences, and fostering human dignity throughout their journey. A well-regarded framework called the sequential intercept model guides this, aiming to divert individuals at the earliest possible stage, before they become deeply entrenched in the justice system. So how do these courts actually operate day to day? It's a truly collaborative, non-adversarial process. This isn't your typical courtroom drama. Instead, judges, prosecutors, and defense attorneys work together with a team of mental health professionals, counselors, case managers, psychologists, and psychiatrists. This team approach creates a supportive environment focused on the participants' well-being, rather than simply proving guilt or innocence. Participants in MHCs follow individualized treatment plans. These plans are the cornerstone of the program, balancing each person's unique treatment goals with the need for public safety. They often include regular court check-ins, various forms of therapy, medication management, and comprehensive case management. Crucially, participants also gain access to a network of community-based support services, like supported housing, educational and vocational training, and assistance with public benefits. It's about building a holistic foundation for stability.
Compliance is monitored carefully, but it's done with a blend of incentives for adhering to the plan and sanctions for noncompliance. The idea is to guide and support, recognizing that setbacks can happen, but also to maintain accountability for recovery and engagement. Rehabilitation psychologists, specifically, are key players here, assessing cognitive, emotional, and functional difficulties and advocating for the best interests of the individuals they serve. It's not just the court and mental health professionals involved. Family members, mental health advocates, law enforcement, corrections, and probation agencies are all crucial allies in coordinating support. Organizations like the American Psychiatric Association, Mental Health America, and the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration, or SAMHSA, have also been instrumental in shaping these diversion programs, recognizing the deep need for change. Now, while mental health courts offer a promising alternative, it's also important to acknowledge that they are not without their complexities and controversies. Like any innovative approach, there are ongoing debates in areas where we need more understanding. One significant area of discussion revolves around effectiveness in research. While the idea is sound, some argue that the growth of MHCs has outpaced robust research. There are questions about how consistently effective they are, what specific elements truly make a difference, and whether their successes can be generalized across different communities and programs. It's challenging research, but vital to ensuring we're truly making a positive impact. Another point of contention is the potential for exacerbating stigma. Critics sometimes argue that by creating separate courts for individuals with mental illness, we might inadvertently reinforce a perceived link between mental disorders and criminal behavior. It's a delicate balance, trying to provide specialized care without further marginalizing an already vulnerable population. A prominent criticism also touches on systemic issues. Some voices, like those from the Basel Center for Mental Health Law and Mental Health America, suggest that MHCs might divert attention from larger societal problems like poverty and structural racism, which disproportionately affect individuals with mental illnesses in the justice system. They advocate for comprehensive community-based mental health services as a more fundamental solution to these broader inequities. Then there's the question of voluntary participation and coercion. Is participation truly voluntary when the alternative is traditional prosecution and potential incarceration? Concerns are raised about whether defendants, especially those experiencing active psychiatric symptoms, can truly make fully informed decisions or understand all the requirements of a program. The use of criminal sanctions to compel treatment is also a complex ethical dilemma. There's also the net widening concern. Critics worry that MHCs could inadvertently pull individuals deeper into the justice system for minor offenses than they would have otherwise experienced. For example, some argue against using MHCs to expand the criminal justice system's reach into issues related to homelessness or what might be considered lifestyle offenses. And finally, eligibility criteria are often debated. Most MHC programs typically exclude individuals charged with felonies and violent crimes. This raises important questions about who truly benefits from these programs and who is left in the traditional system, often those with the most complex needs. Information sharing and confidentiality are also huge ethical and legal puzzles, given the collaborative nature of MHCs, where sensitive health information is shared among many parties.
Mental health courts, underpinned by the principles of rehabilitation psychology, represent a courageous attempt to bring compassion, understanding, and evidence-based treatment into the heart of our justice system. They acknowledge that simply punishing someone for symptoms of an illness is rarely effective and often deeply unjust. While controversies and research gaps highlight areas for improvement and continued scrutiny, the core mission remains powerful: to help individuals with mental illness navigate a path toward recovery, independence, and social participation, even after encountering the law. It's about seeing the person behind the charge and offering a hand up, not just a hand out. As we continue to evolve our understanding of mental health and justice, the lessons learned from mental health courts will undoubtedly shape a future where compassion and effective treatment are prioritized for all, leading to healthier individuals and safer communities. This journey of integration and understanding is ongoing, and it's one that truly embodies the spirit of rehabilitation.